Welcome, everybody. This is Kevin back for another post game reaction or recap for the most recent game of the Suns against the San Antonio Spurs. San Antonio Spurs, and that was a cup game or NBA Emirates Cup game, and the finale for the Suns as basically Utah and as well as Memphis couldn't do their freaking jobs and beat the teams that were supposed to be beaten for the Suns to get in, or at least have a chance to get in to the quarterfinals or semifinals, if you will, of the cup. But anyway, we're gonna talk about it. The game anyways. The Suns coming out on top 104-93. So much the storylines in one game. Of course, I've mentioned already the cup. The Suns were unable to get into that. Let's just say it's a playoff for playoffs for that in-season tournament, or the NBA Emirates Cup. But yeah, other storylines is that, of course, Katie getting injured in the first half, and actually continuing to play and finishing the first half, but unable to get back in that second half. And yeah, San Antonio, I thought for sure they were going to take the lead, but the Suns stayed composed. Like Devin Booker said, he like coming out of the half, they were punched in the face, but they just weathered the storm, and great for them. So let's dive into the numbers in here. Let's start with the San Antonio Spurs. They were led by Devin Vassell, 25 points, and was on a heater second or third quarter. I believe it was the second quarter, but got cold as the game went on. Chris Paul, the former Sun, only had 2 points, but dished out a lot of assists. The numbers are 8 assists. So there you go. So 8 assists. Chris Paul is really helping this Spurs team, um, elevate their game, basically getting the most out of the young Wemby. Speaking of Wemby, 15 points, 13 rebounds, a double-double for him. Although it's not the kind of game that you'd expect from him, from a 7'4" guy, but he's young, so I think the Spurs fans are giving him a pass for some of these games where he should be dominating the paint, especially with no Yusuf Nurkic on this game. But also Iguodala and Mason Plumlee held down the paint, pretty well on this game. Harrison Barnes only had 2 points. Stephon Castle added 16 here for San Antonio, and 10 points from Keldon Johnson for the Spurs. And those are the notable numbers. Jeremy Sochan, or whatever it is, 14 points and 12 rebounds, as I understand. Jeremy was coming off an injury, but I might be wrong there. Missed a couple of a month maybe. Not sure anymore. But let's move forward to the Suns. The numbers for KD: 13 points all in the first half, because like we said, he didn't play the second half. But they were led by Devin Booker with 29 points, 9 rebounds, and 5 assists. Of course, he as well have his 5 turnovers in this game. But the storyline is, of course, main storyline is, of course, him notching 15,000 points. Well, 15,000 a few points, right? 15,028 points as it stands right now. So congratulations, Book, at 28, the age of 28, 15,000. That's really tough goal to accomplish. And I'm sorry for that background noise. My door is open, so you can hear everything coming in, every sound from outside. Tyus Jones here, great game for him, 16 points and 4 assists. Grayson Allen had an okay game, only 8 points in 40% shooting in the floor. Didn't hit a 3 in this game, so but who needs Grayson Allen to hit a 3 when Royce O'Neal hit 2? 2 of 9, 22%, 12 points. But again, sorry, 10 points. I'm sorry. But then again, uh, decent games for both of these guys. And without them, we couldn't win, or the Suns couldn't win this one, despite the point production that we saw um, on that box score. Monte Morris 2 points. Well, Bradley Beal struggled all game, coming off an injury, or sidelined for a game, I believe. Uh, Only had 10 points, but he hit that three at the corner, big shot down the stretch, to give the Suns a little more edge. Uh, and the breathing room from the Spurs. We talked about Oso Iguodala, 7 points, but really solid minutes for him um, in this game. His passing, his IQ, we really saw, uh, how awesome this guy could be. Like I've been saying all season long, and over the course of these videos in the past, that I am high on those two rookies, and they're certainly showing, why I'm right and why a lot of us are right, basically. So we talked about the Suns missing the playoffs for the Emirates Cup, but I believe they have like 2 or 3 makeup games for the Suns. That is, because they're not into that tournament. And then KD getting injured, and as per Shams Charania earlier today, is that he's going to be reevaluated next week. So it is going to be tough for the Suns. Of course, we know what happened the last time KD was out. Well, granted that Bradley Beal was out too. They went 1 for 6. Um, Only one win over that course of uh, that stretch there. But then again, Bradley Beal was out at the same time. Their only win was when Bradley and Booker were there. So it's going to be interesting to see now that Beal is hopefully going to be available in the next few days or next few games until the reevaluation date of KD's injury there. I believe after a few games next week, the Suns will have another 4-day break. So that's a good thing. It'll give time for KD to recover without the Suns risking their record, basically, or not falling behind on their record. But they got to take care of these upcoming games, for them to be, or to have an acceptable record by the time that KD returns. So I'm hoping for the two of the big three to hold down the fort, and I I hope you are too, or basically we're on the same page for all those watching this video. But anyway, so yeah, it's kind of a bit bittersweet win here for the Suns. More on the bitterness side because you lose KD and you're not going to advance in the next round of the cup. But then win is a win, for the Suns, and we are gonna go ahead and take it, right? Definitely. So for the Western Conference, right now the Suns are sitting. The games are done, by the way, at this hour, or at this time of recording. It's 1:20 p.m. here in the Philippines. That's where I am at. So like 12 Eastern in the U.S. 12 a.m. The Suns are in the top sixth place with a 12-8 record, and have won their last 2. Their next game would be tomorrow. Well, tomorrow for me, basically, against the Pelicans. Basically, they are going to travel to the Big Easy, the New Orleans Pelicans, who are struggling right now. The Pelicans are 4-18 and have lost their last 9 games. We believe Zion's out, and he's out. Has been out for like a month now. But anyway, I'm not going to go to the details of that game because that's Hamo's job. So tune in for that. But we all know that Devin Booker, has his best scoring nights of the season against this Pelicans team. So you gotta wonder if he's gonna put up another 50 points in New Orleans. There, we're looking forward to it. Certainly. So that's gonna be it for me. And yeah, just to remind you that the main show with the Jake founder Hamo as well. Will be, or we will have, they will have another episode this weekend, Saturday, same time, 9 a.m. Central, if I'm not mistaken, or because YouTube only shows me 12 a.m., 12 midnight my time. But yeah, tune in to that. They're going to talk about the week that the Suns had, the games, and all that stuff. I'm still in sabbatical from those. From that podcast, but hopefully next month, January, I am going to be back. If everything goes well, I will be back, I promise. And then, of course, if you like the content that we are putting out there, please do not hesitate, donate, support us, buy me a coffee, or buy us a beer, a beer to chug down. I'm going to put the link in the description below of this video. And one more thing, if you have some spare this Christmas or this season, send a kid to a Suns game. For $15, you can participate and send a kid to a Suns game. Again, that's as low as $15. Just go over to suns.com/brightside for more details on Brightside, or Dave King's Brightside Night. And yeah, I hope you will. So everyone, that's it for me. Thank you very much for tuning in. And like I always say, be kind to one another. And I'll see you guys soon. Bye now.